Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and heading straight into the action. Another battle. These idiots, these fools, these rebels think they stand a chance against the African Legion, despite being somewhat, weakened from previous wars. These are highly veteran units, and I expect this to be a complete wash. So let's dive in, watch the battle as it unfolds. I'll see you on the field.
Before night comes again, this battle will be over. Whether the day goes well or ill is in our hands. The gods will favor those who help themselves, so take up your arms and prepare. Dignity, honor, strength, glory, all good ideals to live and fight by.
Here we go. The African Legion has been deployed to eliminate a rebel threat that has arisen in the southern province of Spain. It should be a walk in the park. I do not expect much of a resistance anyhow. After all, the African Legion is one of the most veteran out of all the legions deployed in the Empire of Rome at this time, 198 BC. These are the same soldiers who devastated the enemy at Segobriga. What a fight that was. Heroica, the songs that they sang. Let's take a look at our battlefield here. Our great general is searching through the woodlands for the enemy. They are unsure which direction they will come, so taking high ground is definitely a good move. Visibility will be key. Scouts will be key. And there they are in the distance, waiting. In order to get a firm grasp of where the enemy is, some scouts have been sent before. We are only seeing a few enemies. Where's the rest of their army? You can imagine the heightened sense of nervousness in each one of these soldiers, not knowing where your enemy is. This is typically a bad situation for a Roman. But I'm not worried. This is the African Legion. They have faced far worse. They have been far less prepared. Look at my units. Look at Publius Scipio's African Legion in their glory. So cool. The unit detail in this mod is extraordinary. I know I keep raving on this. Look at the detail on the horse. Right? Scrapes and bruises. It's fantastic. Let's get a lay of the land, shall we? Our forces here are probably going to take this hill. The enemy, so far that is visible, is holding up on this hill here. I'm not sure really where they are going to meet. So we are going to take this as it comes and see how our great general handles the situation. I am going to fast forward to save us some time. I'll see you on the field. Here we are, the action's about to begin. We have some interesting setups here as our units ready for ambush. Fending off the cavalry is going to be the primary focus for the majority of these Pelham throws. As the enemy descends from the hill and begins their assault, there are plenty of units in reserve, plenty There we go. Much better view. Multiple cavalry attempts here as these legionnaires, well, I guess technically Principe units hold the hill while the bulk of the army remains in the rear. It's going to be a hard fight, but we have the hills. We have the position. They may have the mobility, but we have the positioning. And reinforcements here need to assist as much as possible. But we are trying our best to hold this hill. And I guess an adjustment has been made and we decided to send down on the hilltop with a peel and throw and a charge. We take on this particular unit in hand-to-hand combat while our reinforcements dive in to assist. Each unit is clashing with the other. Let's take a look at what's going on in our main army here. We have good positioning. Scipio Africanus has the hill. But this is a different type of enemy. These enemies are much stronger. It seems that the region of Spain has upgraded their military might, adding additional armor, additional prowess to the battlefield. Noble spearmen, better cavalry. Our army has run out of ammunition. But you can see how the Roman line here holds the high ground, which is going to be very, very important. But they are kind of stretched out. They're being attacked from multiple angles. You can see they're doing their best to essentially protect this rock. This is the center point here. But the enemy is just constantly harassing, constantly poking and prodding. And Romans are dying right and left. And now they're getting rear charged. This is not looking good for this unit. This Roman, absolutely covered in blood from kills he made, cuts he's sustained, is fighting 1v1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiple adjustments are being made on the main lines. This valley portion here is doing... Who's fleeing? Romans are fleeing. A Principe unit has been defeated. A Roman unit is in full flight. They're being hacked down as they flee the hilltop. They had an advantageous position and they lost. This just goes to show the level of sophistication that the Cantabri rebels have brought to this fight. This is actually concerning. Scipio Africanus is losing this battle. They're losing the hilltop, and the enemy is closing in, contesting the hill. This King of the Hill battle is being lost. More men. Breaking. Running. The Cantabria units are, devastating. The African Legion, I cannot believe they are losing. This mixed unit tactics from the Cantabria army is defeating one of the finest fighting forces in all of antiquity, and a tremendous rear charge into the fleeing units. Something has to be done. Messages need to be immediately sent. And now, seeing his army crumble, a weakened general unit here has to make some decisions. It's moments like this that proper commanding is required, issuing inspirational cheers, rallying his units to the best of his ability. He needs to get some rear charges into the backs of this unit. They are perfectly placed for a shock cavalry tactic here into the backs of the enemy. The problem is that Lucius Scipio only has 20 men compared to his 100. He's at quarter strength. If he falls, for sure his army is devastated by the end of this battle. I mean, at the very best right now he can salvage what he can, but oh no, he's run right into the field to try to set up a rear charge, and in the distance you can see some enemy Cantabria units getting ready to charge him in return. He's desperately trying to fight his way through these forests. The foliage is too thick to be able to escape, and here comes an enemy charge. He's got to pull through. Oh. Where's our general unit? I do not see our general. Where is he? The general unit is in full pursuit by the Cantabria horsemen here. There's our general unit. Somehow Lucius Scipio has escaped, but is in full pursuit by the enemy. Barely made it out of that alive. Back to our main army here. They're winning as well. This is not looking good for Rome. This is surely a defeat. Sending reinforcements from that secondary hilltop back towards the main line. Some Hastati and Triari survived, but at the loss of the amount of units and the near death of the general, this is an embarrassing battle for Lucius Scipio. The morale of his army undoubtedly is completely shaken. You can see here the Cantabria units have successfully pushed back the Roman line and have taken the hilltop. Scipio has to be careful here for these enemy cavalry charges. I don't know if they're aware of who's right next to them. He needs to get out of this danger zone as soon as possible. He better go, he better go. Here comes the charge. Get out of there, Scipio. Somehow the Cantabria spirit has been split. Lucius Scipio, although given victory, has surely lost the day. I will see you on the campaign map. I'm legitimately embarrassed that that was our battle. I mean, I thought that was going to be our first loss on the hardest difficulty in this game. Thankfully, we avoided calamity. Barely, but we avoided it. And now we are fully able... Oh, this says disease. I don't know how smart that was, but all good. Should I just knock you out while I'm over here? I don't think I need to worry about you up here in Arbor Martis. God, I cannot say that city. I cannot, for some reason, say that damn city. Let's just do it, right? Let's just take Vienna. I mean, why not? It's wide open. I mean, I think I can just storm it, right? Because the last time, in our previous episode, the northern Pompeii, we just kind of burnt it. They do have a lot of ranged, though. We're going to stick here and see if our ally comes up to help. That way we can just completely save as much of our soldiers as possible. Okay, what's going on down here? So yes, you are doing good. You are doing good. We have 2,000 per turn. You need to go into normal stance. Good. You've balanced out that region. No problem. No problem. Battle hardened veteran, maybe. Gracchus, I need you to have movement range. It's so important. Ah, we can't do anything yet. Okay. Weird how it's like full bore.
We hunger for battle.
Italian 40%. We need Latin. It's going down. Why? Didn't I change you? No, you need Romanization. That's what I thought I changed you to. And you also need Romanization. Okay, you're getting there. Good. You also need Romanization. We need to solidify our base here. Mendellanium is the last bastion. How is our diplomacy setting with these guys? Not bad. I mean, kind of getting there, right? They don't want to trade, nothing. We're number 2? Who's number 1? Who's number 1? We haven't met number 1 yet? That's exciting. Someone's stronger than me? Who the hell could that be? Seleucid? It's gotta be, right? Because it ain't Carthage. You're 4. Oh, yes. It's definitely Seleucids. That's so exciting. Competition. Bring it on. Bring it on. Let's go. I want as much of that as I can get.
You are welcome.
You need to learn to trade. Why won't you trade with me, you bastards? How about you? Trade? Well, non? We already have a non-aggression pact, so slowly getting closer with you. That's fine. We are out of trade routes. Armenia is getting strong. I like it.
Be welcome. You have my...
Yeah, we'll just make friends with you. With our Armenian kingdom. You're a keystone location, so it makes sense. Improving. Interesting. Why? Treaties with the Achaean League, treaties with Bithynian. Deteriorating. Why? Why are we deteriorating, buddy? What do we gotta do?
And look forward to your erudite arguments and witty quips. You speak.
Oops. Did that mean I just declared war on you? Improving. Okay, cool. You also...
We are civilized folk, so you may speak
low.
as
How
you
about
wish,
access?
and we will give you an honest answer.
Moderate? I probably should have... Okay. All's good. We're domesticating our regions here. Domesticating them. We gotta get some sanitation going on. Oh, one more turn. We got that going. Okay, we need more money. Now's the time for money. Moolah. Yada yada. Vienna, you are coming next. Yes. Yes, my great leader. Finally. I mean, you really should be. +1 influence per turn, maybe. +6 rate as governor. Yes. Research rate. Influence. Sanitation. Public representative. That's what I want to build you to. So let's... Ending turn. Money, 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 money. Bring it on. More money. That's the goal. Money grubbing. Macedon doing nothing. What is that? What are you trying to do there? Okay, there's a rebellion down in Terrace, so we're going to take that out. Whoa. Really? Where's my ally? What's the point of having you if you don't do anything for me? One, two. What's the terrain like? We have elevation again. Not really the best. High ground's not the best. I mean, maybe all the way on the bottom of the map. You know, I could own that, or just on the top right in the middle. You have 1, 2, 3 shock calves. The rest are just terrible spearmen. And a bunch of bowmen. So, do I have enough horse to take them out? I think so. Right? I thought I had 3 horse. I need to start repairing these armies. Okay, let's find him on the fields. Yeah. See you on the battlefield.
I would not have chosen to fight here, but fortune rarely respects the will of one man. Here we are, and here we fight, and here we do our best to win.
Lucius Caesar. Desperately leading a defense for his army, is fully aware of the challenge he has in front of him. The tribe that he is trying desperately to subdue, the Allobroges tribe, has amassed an elite force and have sallied out from their final city of Vienna to destroy the invaders. Lucius Caesar is that invader. And now, once again, he is tested. After hearing word of what happened to Lucius Scipio, he sees an opportunity here to shift the balance of power towards his family. His goals are ambitious. His sons will be leading this great nation just as his father has. And just as Lucius Caesar has. What a tremendous history behind that name, Caesar. A history we forge, another brick, another step into the greatness of that name here today. Let's take a look at the battlefield. We fight in the fields today. A desperate defense has been made. Caltrops, spike traps, all leading towards this hill, this Tauresian hill. At the cornerstone is, of course, some ranged units. And hidden beneath the canopy of the trees, our units are in full testudo formation because they know this is going to be a ranged battle. They are going to be constantly harassed by some of the most elite bowmen in the ancient world. The feared Celtic hunters. We're going to fast forward a bit and let the enemy come to us. I will see you on the field. The enemy nears.
have been detected.
Our troops are now fully aware, and the great hailstorm of arrows is now coming in. They were prepared for this. Every soldier fully aware that their survival comes down to how well they hold their shield. It is not a position Lucius Caesar wished himself to be, but nevertheless, they're here. The initiative is fully on this enemy army, and these Celtic bowmen take no prisoners. Barrage after barrage. Lucius Caesar has no choice but to hold firm, hold the line. You can see the Gallic troops readying themselves for hand-to-hand combat. The great horde of the Allobroges tribe has amassed their finest and most courageous soldiers here to cut the head off of the Roman army here and now at the Battle of Vienna, to keep this terrible siege from continuing on, to feed their families. Traps are finally starting to be employed, and they're seeing now quite intelligent, actually, of a charge. It's quite an intelligent move by the enemy army here, where their finest shock soldiers are pulling back and basically allowing the enemy to pepper their weaker units in number. So the pilum is thrown not to the enemy shock troops, but to the weaker, more expendable troops. They have come here to die. And so they wait and prepare themselves, choosing which Roman soldier they wish to intimidate. Ammunition is running low in the Roman army. Really, this Gallic army is completely full. And finally, our first charge here. The Velite units, tired of taking hits, decide to engage and hopefully draw more of the enemy into the battle. Let's see their fanatical charge into our Roman units here at the bottom of the hill. These Velites are actively sacrificing themselves to pull as many units into the fray as possible. The idea is to draw the enemy past these caltrops, these cattle traps, these defenses, so that if the enemy decides to employ their typical mixed unit tactics, these horsemen would be sliced and diced easily. And there we go, Roman retreat. This is all to draw them into the bottom of the hill.
Men are broken and running for their lives.
And now the enemy is met at the bottom of the hill by our Roman units. In an advantageous position for the Romans. They are still under the cover of the trees, helping keep as many of these shots from the enemy from hitting them as possible, but also maintaining the high ground. On the far Roman right, we are seeing some enemy test the flanks of the Roman units, and here they will meet our Gallic mercenaries who will easily slice these men to pieces. These are lighter, peasant-class troops just testing the defenses of the Roman line. They need to know where it's vulnerable. This enemy commander is quite smart, methodical. He's not bum rushing his units in like most barbarian nations would. We are seeing, really, I think, the changes in our enemy's behavior. An upgrade in their armaments, and an upgrade in their intelligence, and their battle IQ. They are learning. Already they were a dangerous foe, but now they're learning. Another wave is getting ready to assault this position, undoubtedly, and our main line here. I'm not seeing our Romans being pushed back, but the units past the trees are taking plenty of fire. Our army is in full testudo formation. This field here will be where our cavalry hopefully can assist the situation. We do have them hidden into this woodlands here. Hopefully, when the opportunity presents itself, they can acquire some flank charges. But for now, it's really just a total grind fight. This testudo formation is weak. The officers should be adjusting. These Etruscan spearmen are taking shots at the back. I mean, look at the range that the enemy archers have. This unit is really something to be reckoned with. And you can just see the size of the enemy army in comparison to the Romans here. And another charge. These mercenary units need to hustle. I've decided to. It's not good. There's no countercharge by our mercenary units here. This Gallic unit surely will not be faring well. Reinforcements need to be sent as soon as possible to bolster this force. The entire advantage of this army is their charge, and they failed to countercharge this elite force coming in here. And you can just see our mercenary units getting hacked to pieces. Let's check up on our main line here. Rome has successfully fended off the first wave, but they have to keep their position here. They have to keep their position at the crest of the hill. It's going to help them deter as many of these shots as possible. I mean, look at the arc, right? You're going to have more shield surface area just here on the crest as opposed to over the hilltop, which is where they are currently. I would suggest pulling them back and reforming in testudo. Otherwise, they may lose too many. Yep, there we go. Smart, smart, smart. Drawing them back and reforming to keep their numbers down. Reinforcements are now being sent to fend off these this chieftain unit. I mean, this is as elite as it gets for this army here. This battle for Vienna. What a battlefield to be taking part in. Barbarian versus barbarian, barbarian versus Roman. Lucius Caesar being tested in a way he's never been tested before. I don't think he's winning this fight. Some Velite units rush in to try to help bolster the ranks. This single unit is now taking on 3 full Roman units. And look at this. The enemy just knows. It knows it can just be taking shots at the Roman formations all day. These testudo formations need to be better. Look at this. There's too many gaps. Too many gaps here. Who's fleeing? We have men running. I don't see the men running, but our officers gave us a message that we are losing men. It's got to be in this location here. This bloody battle. This seems to be the core main point of the battlefield. Some enemy movement on the Roman far right here. You can see them probably rushing to support this intense hand-to-hand battle going on right now. Rome is rushing their reserve spearmen here to phalanx and bolster this flank. It's probably a good move. They do not want the mass of this army overwhelming positions. Roman charge directly. This is an opportunity here for some cavalry charges. But these units have bonuses against large. Basically, that's a stat, which means they are highly effective against cavalry in general. Let's see how effective the charge is. Punching a hole directly through the middle. Surely this will affect the morale of the units. Although I don't know if that's smart, since now they are completely surrounded by spearmen units. Let's see what happens. There's Lucius Caesar himself. I believe that's Lucius Caesar. Usually the Roman red cloak is the sign of our great commander. Although there's one here as well, so it's hard to tell. The battle still rages on. The main line not even being touched. They're just soaking up as much of the ranged fire as possible. It looks like we have some fleeing men here, or at least retreating Velite units. Cycle charging infantry has been part of the tactics here to keep energy levels at a maximum. This unit has not broken. This is not looking good for these cavalry units. Lucius Caesar's having a hard time breaking the backs of this enemy. Full retreat. So many horsemen you can see knocked off their saddles as they reorganize themselves. They've lost a lot of men. A second charge, here we go. It's a smarter way of doing it, making sure the long tail of this unit is what's charged, so that morale is reduced, and then a second charge to terrify the unit into breaking. Yes, the plan worked. And now Lucius Caesar's working the angle as much as he can. Still more hard fighting here. These blood-soaked ground. Hastati, Principe, Triari, noble chieftains, peasant-class soldiers. More reinforcements being sent into the main engagement. They're looking to really grind down the energy levels of these Roman units and gain a foothold here, which is smart, right? Let's put ourselves in his shoe. There's a steeper slope here with defenses. This is a much flatter terrain, more equal ground. It makes sense. If you were to win this battle here, all of a sudden our defenses turn into a nightmare. And we're thrown into a fishbowl where we're at a disadvantage. So you can see the intelligence of this decision here by the enemy commander. And now we're in full bore, full pressure on the Roman units here. The Etruscan spearmen are readying themselves, trying to create a phalanx line here to help protect the flanks of this flatter terrain. Still more missiles raining down. Sensing defeat, some additional units are coming here to once again bolster the main line. It really is just an enormous infantry blob fight. Not sure what this enemy unit is doing. This looks like a Celtic bowman that ran out of ammunition and is now looking to test more of the defenses. I guess they're it's fascinating. They're going to climb this hill, aren't they? Yes, they are. They're going to climb this hill and try their best to assault this Roman position. I wasn't even aware they could do this. In order to counteract it, Romans meet them at the top of the hill. Now the Romans have just decided to rush forward and engage the units as best as they can. This is looking a little tricky. The Romans charged beyond their advantages here against the commands of Lucius Caesar, but I suppose they were so sick and tired of seeing men die from arrows, they prefer to be in full hand-to-hand combat. Despite being outnumbered, they are more of an elite force, these Roman units, at least here at this point. Triari here is deciding which way they need to bolster, making sure that their presence is providing the correct amount of morale. On the far Roman right, our Etruscan spearmen are making sure that these enemy units stay bottled up. This looks like our commander here rushing to the battlefield, previewing what is happening and how he can make adjustments, issuing inspirational commands. His men are in poor shape, exhausted, and vastly outnumbered. The morale of the men is extremely low. Every single unit is now deployed in engagement. He's issuing inspiration, trying to hold the line as best as he can. He sent a few messages to his men to hold the line and raise the Roman banner as he joins back on his cavalry companions here and his Etruscan spearmen, hopefully eliminating this enemy force, which has engaged our smaller cavalry unit. And now he countercharges directly into the enemy horsemen, aiding his men as best as he can. His spearman is now causing a rout. The enemy is running back, recognizing this is a losing battle for them. But the number of units that our commander has in his cavalry units right now is so small, he has to be incredibly careful of where he engages. Our cavalry is just quarter strength, but we need them. This is an interesting maneuver going on right here. The Etruscan spearman is going towards the back, probably to make sure that this cavalry unit doesn't wheel around, and providing a direct alleyway for his cavalry units, which are coming in for a charge right now. charging into the backs of this elite infantry. Each cavalry unit is taking its turn, doing its absolute best to disrupt the morale of this enemy unit here, this blob of elite troops. If they can create a mass rout, it would be an enormous change and swing into the battle. He throws himself into the battle, rallying his men. He's causing some routes. It's starting to work. Lucius Caesar has created shockwaves through the enemy camp, and now the Romans are able to reform. This is absolutely incredible. Lucius Caesar himself has caused an enormous rout just at the fever pitch of this battle, and he might have just turned it around, although I'm seeing so many extra enemy units, they could just return. He has to be careful to not overextend himself. Praise Juno. Rome has won by the skin of their teeth, thanks to Lucius Caesar's charge. I will see you on the campaign map. Way too close. Way too close for comfort. I nearly lost that battle too. They're getting better. The enemy units are finally starting to hit their higher tier types, and it is becoming apparent that battles are getting more difficult. Good. I say, let them come. So we have some domestic issues coming up here, so let's take them out. We are going to quickly eliminate you, so not to have to worry about you in the future. Okay. Public order, sanitation, all. That's pretty huge. I mean, I could do fertility, right? You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to get us some vino, because that is also necessary. We still have enough for that, but let's see if we can spread the wealth out somewhat. So you have fish. So that's 35. That's 35. Minus public order, so maybe not that quite yet. Independent, no. I'm just looking around at my options. Sanitation is a problem. So it looks like sanitation, all regions, is going to be useful. So we're going to go aqueduct. That way we can get that sanitation problem everywhere under control. You need to be building salt ASAP. Why are you... What's the point of that? Oh, growth, I guess? I mean, it's a lot of growth. Yeah, it is a lot of growth. And we'll have a new step here soon, so then we'll probably do... It's 4 population. What are we at, 2? Yeah. Sanitation will help us grow as well. You also...
For death and honor!
That was a fist fight before. I mean, I'm not... Let's see, I have 2, 1. So it's probably 4 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Could probably quickly take Vienna. Let's bring this battle to a close and fight them in the field. Let's get the siege going. I'll see you there. There we go. Knock them out. Vienna is ours once again. We're gonna loot and occupy.
At your command.
Why? Because I don't care about the pop. I don't care about the population. Lucius Caesar the Merciful. That's hilarious. I think that's so funny. He's not merciful at all. Trust me. I gotta admit, the siege bonuses, so huge. So huge. Now that I'm kind of getting closer to mid-game, I don't really want to say I'm there yet. But now that I'm getting closer to mid-game, for recruits +1. Extended service, ooh, per turn. Minus upkeep plus replenishment. Organized foraging, no. Corporal punishments, more military integrity. I don't think I need any more integrity. I'm doing pretty good. Extended service is a huge bonus. I don't want that. That's what I want. You need to be the finest fighting force ever. That's the goal. Now, I may actually abandon. This is actually worrying me a little bit. Can these guys reach me? It's a fantastic question, and I really hope they don't, because that could honestly take out my general. That would not be fun. So let's go explore some barbarians. This is turning into a longer episode just because I don't want to log off, to be honest. 3,000 per turn is, you know, okay. It's okay. How are you doing? 3 turns, you're gonna be full. You're gonna need more men, though. We're gonna need more men. That's a fact. 5 turns until our sanitation bonuses take effect.
Ready for battle.
You are holding it down. We need to repair you ASAP. Oof, it's a lot of money to repair. It's a lot of money. Alabrocious done! Adios, Alabrocious, and Vienna is mine. Starting to gain footholds north of the Alps, but short-haired Gaul is not totally pacified. The Helvetii are slowly becoming a potential nuisance. Gotta make sure the Arverni are...
We beg for a treaty between our peoples. Some arrangement that will give us both prosperity and strength.
And you want me to pay you for that? That's hilarious. Why would I bother? You're already at war with... No. There's no point in me doing that. No point. You're just looking for a handout. I'm not going to do that. Crazy. Ooh, Rhodes is about to go in on Pella. Massalia is getting aggressive. They're going to start heading towards more of those northern Alpine regions. That's fine. That is exactly what I don't want to have happen. That right there. But I guess I can... I guess I can move my ships down. I could probably do that. And just hold the harbor town. Noble birth. Lucius Julius Caesar. Alright, joyous occasion. Continue. More money. More money. Give me everything you got. Everything you got. First, we need to fix this, right? Isn't there a city? Yeah, Carthago Nova. Oof. Why? Silver. Oh, because we're below, I can't see it? That makes sense. We're getting there, buddy. Just hold on. Hold on. What would happen if I do this? Cohort, organization, professional soldiery, Pax Romana. Interesting. Native discontent. I know. I'm purposefully letting everything kind of divulge into some chaos. What do I want to do with you, Tarasia? Maybe Public Games Academy? Assimilation, actually. That's pretty useful. No, you need sanitation, of course. Definitely what I need.
Commander.
You are 1 turn? Really? No, 9 turns, yeah. 3 turns. 7 turns. There's gonna be some rebellions. That's all good. Let's try to make some new friends.
On the move.
We need trade partners.
Treading softly. As
Definitely
you
need trade partners.
swift and silent. Is there no other way? I shall rest a while.
How you doing?
We will gladly listen to your
How you doing? How are you?
greetings, friend.
What?
We will speak
Don't
together
be
of
stupid.
whatever you wish, but bring
Don't be
word.
stupid.
You are welcome.
Why you wouldn't do that is interesting.
Greetings to you. Gods of the afterlife.
Neutral. Neutral. Unfriendly. Not
Do
good.
not attempt to sweeten truth.
May need to pull Lucius Caesar out. Maybe it's time to raise a new force. $3,000. I'm not able to raise a force. Okay. I'm gonna move you here for now. Just kind of replenish, so I feel a little bit more secure in my army in case I get assaulted, and then head back in to take out some pesky. Oh shoot. That's incredibly annoying. I don't know if I can win that. We're gonna leave this. Ooh, night attack, does that do anything? No. Okay, guys, this is our episode. Thanks so much for watching. We'll check you next time as we have a little rebellion situation going on. Fubolos, the Tarentine rebels, have gained steam and may have an effective fighting force against us. We're gonna see what happens. See you guys next time.